People on Facebook and Reddit have been lying to you when talking about gas blowback guns. So whenever you've been told that they're unusable, they break often, or they're difficult to fix, well, basically you've been lied to. So today we're taking a look on the most popular gas blowback myths. And before we do that, as always, we have to thank our sponsor, Airsoft Mania. They've been great to us. So yeah, support them. So yeah, first myth is that gas blowback guns are for drip only for experience, and you can't reliably use them in airsoft game, as in they are just not competitive enough. So let's talk about this. So let's get this one out of the gate first. The winter performance, because we've been told that you can't reliably use gas blowbacks in winter. And obviously that will depend on how do you define winter. If this is -20, then you can't also reliably use electric guns as well, because just accumulators don't work that way. So while we're on that, I think the best result that I've gotten as an experiment was -12 Celsius. This past winter, we've got Sima CGS to shoot like 3 mags before it froze. Again, this was an experiment, not a game. But as for the game experience, I reliably used both Sima CGS or Guns Modify SCAR and VFC MP7 or even WE MP5 in temperatures around 0 and below 0, as in like -1 or 2, during night CQB games, which is most of the airsoft that I do nowadays. And as for the warm weather performance, they're just great. I just came back from Sicily when I've used my CGS without even a slight issue, and they were just great. And what happened with the winter performance is that years ago, more than 10 years ago, when gas blowback guns were starting to appear, they were honestly just not great. After that, a lot of new systems appeared, like Tokimaru ENWS or VFC V3, that solved pretty much all of their issues with performance that those gas used to have. And obviously, if you are using just your run-of-the-mill low PSI green gas in winter, you're just doing it wrong. You should be using high PSI gas like black gas. So yeah, so that's the first one. And the second one is that gas blowback guns break constantly. So you probably also have heard that gas blowback guns break constantly. While this is generally not true, and at least from my over 2 years of experience of playing gas blowback only, the only times where things break, it is almost always user fault. As in, for example, when you have a double feed due to other issues, like not inserting the mag high enough, or counterintuitively mashing the mag in so it's higher than it should, and you get a double feed, and instead of removing the mag and cleaning the malfunction, you just try to force the nozzle to close, either by using the charging handle in rifles like SCAR, or just using the magical AR press button that you have in most of the AR rifles, and you just smash that nozzle in. Yeah, so you can break a nozzle that way, but it was also 100% user fault. In all of my time with gas blowback guns, I only had a nozzle breaking without clean fault of my own. It was, I think it was the Poseidon Zero Icer nozzle that I installed in my SCAR H for a while. It lasted like 200 shots and just broke. But I don't know, maybe it was a lemon, maybe just bad luck, or maybe it was user fault and I just didn't identify it correctly. And as for other things, most of the common systems right now, they use steel parts in most neurologic points of fraction. And it is really, really difficult to actually break a gas blowback gun. And even if you manage to do it, either by, a faulty part or your own fault, counterintuitively to what people tell you, they are actually very easy to fix. So imagine this, you're at the airsoft game and there is something wrong with your gun. I've experienced this with the mentioned before Poseidon Zero ISOR nozzle. It broke. So what I did, I took out the Allen keys, multi-tool, and the spare nozzle that I luckily have with me, because after replacing it, I just kept it, obviously, and I have like a small toolbox that I carry with me to airsoft games. It took me 8 minutes to be back in the game. It did not ruin my day, it did not ruin my enjoyment of, like, you know, obviously planned outing to go and play airsoft with my friends. And yeah, if something breaks in your gearbox, you can't really do this outside with minimal tools, and it will definitely not take you 8 minutes. So all of the gas blowback guns are obviously very closely modeled after real steel versions. And the things that are the most common failure point, being the nozzle, are extremely easy to replace, because the bolt carrier group, no matter the gun, in the world of the long guns, it's usually a piece of metal, couple screws, a spring, and your nozzle, and that's it. So if that looks difficult to fix, then maybe a different hobby, something simpler. I don't know. Video games are great, I've heard. So yeah, so those are 3 most popular gas blowback myths out there. I hope you enjoyed this, and I really do hope to see you in the comments. If you think I'm wrong or that I'm right, you can just go there and do that. If you like me and the channel, there is merch available. There are t-shirts, there should be under this video. And yeah, I will see you soon with more content. Thank you for watching. Have a great time.